This is the reaction India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi inspires in many parts of India. Feverish devotion. He's one of the most popular politicians in the world, but also a leader who sparks serious fears about his serious power. Modi runs a country exploding with growth. New and ambitious construction projects in many cities. The fifth largest economy in the world, gunning to make it to third rank. And all of this, Modi likes to take credit for, fashioning himself the development man. It's part of his massive appeal. In what is a carefully crafted image of a strong leader, built piece by piece. Seen everywhere, literally, Modi's face lines the streets of India as his narrative of the country seeps into its imagination. He's even on many of the free ration bags handed out to India's poor. More than 800 million people get the bags, filled with essentials like wheat and lentils. Along with a promise, the Modi government's guarantee, it says on the bag, to feed the country. That populist everyman appeal of a leader also from humble beginnings who understands India's poor, it's woven through Modi's monthly radio show where he talks directly to Indians, calling them his friends, his dear family. The show is called Man Ki Baat, which loosely translates to Thoughts from the Heart, and it's full of advice, with Modi in the role of friendly uncle. That personal touch to foster a cult of personality is intentional.
Firstly, his charisma,
says Nilanjan Mukhopadhyay, who wrote the book on Modi.
That's the way he actually personalizes the entire thing and presents himself to the people as the one-stop solution to every problem that exists in the country.
Add to the myth of Modi the man's charisma.
The way he dresses, the way he speaks, he's a very good orator, gesticulates, his voice modulation. He actually is an actor on the stage, less of a politician though. The words are of a politician, but the body language is that of an actor.
In Varanasi, India's holiest city and Modi's constituency, the Prime Minister is seen as a godlike figure. At this traditional tea shop that Modi has visited, there's deep devotion.
Simply we can say that he is enlightened. Modi ji is enlightened.
Nobody can have eye-to-eye contact. He is having so much power, energy is there. Something is there. Eternal power, eternal energy is there.
And here's the thing about Modi's popularity. It's wide-ranging. Not just the old, but the young, too. This spectacled prime minister in his 70s is somewhat of a tech wizard. He's a commanding presence on social media, and even when he feels like he's falling behind, he finds a way to catch up. Like recently, when Modi cozied up to India's young social media influencers, handing out awards and getting a hero's welcome.
Join your hands together for the influencer of the influencers, the OG, the GOAT, the creator of New Bharat, Honorable PM Narendra Modi ji.
An everyman, but also a strong man. Take Kashmir, India's only Muslim-majority state. In 2019, after he handily won a second term, Modi stripped the region of its special autonomy, bringing it directly under New Delhi's control, a move many in the country applauded. Thousands of police descended on the region when Modi visited for the first time since that change this past March. He told the crowd Kashmir was finally at peace and could now breathe freely. Human rights groups, though, say there's systematic repression in the state.
Media is restricted. Freedom of expression is restricted. Things do not get reported as they used to get.
And the Kashmir situation is just a piece of the main pillar of Modi's decade-long tenure as India's prime minister, to promote a muscular Hindu nationalism, some say at the expense of the country's minorities, Muslims in particular. On full display with another key promise of his right-wing party delivered, an ornate new Hindu temple devoted to the god Lord Ram, built on the ruins of a mosque destroyed by a Hindu nationalist mob in 1992. It's where many Hindus believe a temple once stood and where Ram is said to have been born. The inauguration was a concerted pre-election move,
So they do this house-to-house messaging.
says political analyst Arti Jarrett.
Outreach to that Hindu nationalist sentiment that, we will take care of Hindus, we are the Hindu party, we are your party.
And that's what worries many about what an anticipated third term for Modi could mean. More authoritarian tendencies, some analysts say, with few checks on his power, and possibly more religious discrimination. This election, Modi has already leaned into anti-Muslim rhetoric more overtly than before. He's called Muslims infiltrators at a rally, framing them as outsiders who don't belong.
क्या आपकी मेहनत की कमाई का पैसा घुसपैठियों को दिया जाएगा? आपको मंजूर है ये?
Modi claimed his political opponents would take the wealth of Hindus and give it to Muslims. That's part and parcel of a new India, some analysts say, with a leader, Narendra Modi, who's emboldened on the global stage, a power broker, wooed by many world leaders who want to be India's friend, leaving some here with the sense that nobody will say anything if things get darker in India.